This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off on the SVI Sports Network.
Countdown to tip-off. Down, throw the records out the window as postseason tournament play. And as we saw recently with Star Valley basketball, anybody can beat anybody in one single game.
And not only that, this is one of those games that you perks up your ears right away because you're playing on the host team's floor. And it's a night game. They have the potential to have a great crowd. All the students are done with school. They can come back or they can stay and help create the atmosphere. So, yeah, it's no easy task to win on the host team's court, regardless of the seed.
Let's see how we do with the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Your home for totally free checking. It's where free really does mean free. Visit GoFirstBank.com. GoFirstBank.com. The team's leading scorer, Emily Dana, and the Star Valley Lady Braves getting set to take on the home Rock Springs Lady Tigers. Now let's take your Crimson Corner with the help of the University of Wyoming.
Well, first off, congratulations to the wrestling teams. A terrific season for them. The Lady Braves winning the state championship, a three-peat for them, as Remington Allman and Vale Foreman winning individual championships. The boys placing fourth with championships for Kimball and Tell Perry. Tell is the first three-time Star Valley champion since Nick Allman in the mid to late 80s. So it's been a while. State Indoor Track is this weekend in Gillette. They get started tomorrow for the 4A class. Just throwing this out there, Duke. Spring sports first practice is Monday, March 10th. How about that? Outdoor track and soccer, mainly for the kids who maybe still aren't going and competing this weekend, especially will start on Monday. It is coming right up, and the snow can't melt fast enough. That's a look at your Crimson Corner, brought to you by the University of Wyoming.
Well, what would spring sports be without snow, though?
That's true.
Right. UW, find your reason to be a Cowboy at uwyo.edu. 3.5 minutes away from tip-off time in the first round of the opening round of the girls bracket in the 4A West Region Tournament. And the Roundup, presented by Sunrise Engineering.
Well, some scores here on the girls' side of the 4A West bracket. Kelly Walsh all over Jackson, 45-27. Natrona County beating up on Evanston, 49-30. The Green River Wolves looked very good just as that game just ended. They put the running clock on the Riverton Wolverines. That ended up 66-30. And now you've got this one. The winner of this game will play Green River. Consolation side of the bracket, Jackson versus Evanston tomorrow at 9 a.m. That's a loser-out game. Kelly Walsh and Natrona County are in one semifinal. The winner of this game will take on Green River in the other. That's a look at your Roundup from Sunrise Engineering.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. That is sunrise-eng.com. Let's recap the rivalry between the Star Valley Lady Braves and the Rock Springs Lady Tigers.
This rivalry dates back to the 1983-84 season, and overall the Tigers hold the series advantage 22-15. However, on this court, it is tied 9-9. That is courtesy of the last meeting last month. The Lady Braves won that one 44-30. That tied up the series on the Rock Springs court. That's a look at your rivalry, brought to you by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com. That is Simplot.com. Just over 2 minutes away from tip-off, here's the Records Watch with the help of Star Valley Disposal.
This is the 38th overall meeting between these two girls' programs. Looking at some of the trends, the Star Valley Lady Braves have won the last 2 and 4 of the last 5. Star Valley's won the last 3 on the Rock Springs court. However, here's an interesting little nugget for you. The Tigers have actually won more games in Afton than they have in Rock Springs. How about that? That's a look at your Records Watch from Star Valley Disposal.
Residential, commercial, construction, and septic services. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com. That is StarValleyDisposal.com. And Lady Braves taking the 1 seed from the Southwest to take on the host Lady Tigers, the 4 seed. Let's see what Star Valley needs to do to get a win today. Here are your assist to sell keys to the game.
Well, key number 1 probably should be keys number 1 and 2. The Lady Braves, I think it's crucial they get off to a good start tonight, much like they did last Friday against the Jackson Lady Broncs. They need to establish the tone, play their brand of basketball. I'm talking defensive backcourt kind of stuff. They need to lean on that defense. That's key number 3. And then they need to continue to attack for 4 quarters regardless of what the score is, and see what they can do to come away with a win here. If they do those 4 things, I think they should be in good shape. Those are the assist to sell keys to the game.
Local agents Ashley Cranny and Mandy Jack have the keys to your next home. Visit assist to sell starvalley.com. That is assist to sell starvalley.com. We do have Millie Kazare courtside. She had the chance to catch up with Coach Kate Erickson to get his thoughts heading into this game. Let's go down to the Miles CPA courtside report. Millie.
I asked Coach how he's feeling about being here at regionals. He said he's feeling pretty nervous. It's a different environment and it brings more pressure to the game. He mentioned how last night he brought Cambry, Ambry, and Emily off to the side and talked to them about being the leaders of this team since they've done this before. He wants them to come out and start solid and pick up where we left off in regular season. Back to you guys.
Millie Kazare with the Miles CPA courtside report. Locations in Afton and in Alpine. That's it for the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off as the starting lineup being announced here. First for the visiting Star Valley Lady Braves.
And getting the start, a junior wearing number 4, that is Cameron Mackey. Number 5, a junior as well, that is Ambry Nelson, who changed her hair, so that freaked me out a little bit. Cambry Johnson, a senior. Number 15, number 21, a senior, Emily Dana, and a junior, number 24. That is Ruby Hill. The Lady Braves coached by Kate Erickson, assisted by Jason Kazare, Susan Darlington, and Shaylin Hathaway.
That's the starting 5 for the Lady Braves, presented by Mountain Star Products, plumbing supply, gravel, sand, topsoil, and more on Rocky Road in Afton. Star Valley, technically the home team, even though they are in Rock Springs because they have the higher seed. Now the starters for the Tigers. Ashlyn Pamel wearing number 4. Coming in at number 5 is Kate Kilpack. For the Tigers, number 14 is Dana Urban. Number 21 is Emma Acey. And number 15 is Julia Harmon. Rounding out the starting 5, Mike Swenson, the head coach for the Lady Tigers. Coming in as the 4 seed from the Northwest, Star Valley the 1 seed from the Southwest, and the 5th ranked team for the Lady Braves in the latest Wild Preps coaches and media poll, the final one heading into postseason play today.
And player to watch tonight, Emma Acey for the Rock Springs Tigers. She is bound for Gillette College, so she's got some serious skills. She'll be a big part of this game.
Opening tip-off won by Star Valley, and we're underway in this one between the Lady Braves and the Lady Tigers. Win 2, you're at state. Lose 2, you're done. So a lot on the line in this opening round. Both teams coming in 0-0 now in postseason play. Star Valley quickly down to Hill. Triple team. Now the low block goes up for the shot. Deflected. Ball volleyed up for grabs, and Acey has it on the run for the Tigers. Leads out in front. Defense flies by. Missed the layup, though, and it's a rebound for the Lady Braves. Nelson on the rebound, a missed opportunity for the Tigers.
Yeah, had a great look there. Kilpack just couldn't find the range. Maybe a little amped up here to start things up.
Mackey playing pitch and catch with Nelson, the 2 juniors around the outside for Star Valley. Mackey on the right side wing. Holds it high, still 0-0 with 7:13 still remaining in the opening period. Johnson, Dana, left post, left side, no, but a foul. And Emily Dana to the Riverside Dental free throw line. 2 shots to go with 7:07 to play in the first.
First foul of the game, and that'll go against the Tigers, and that will be assessed on Ashlyn Plemmel.
Emily sends the first away and will hit the first for the first point of the game. Makes it 1-0, Star Valley on top. 7:07 remaining in the opening period.
Emily, a 59% free throw shooter on the season, according to wildpreps.com, and they're both good.
2-zip, Lady Braves on top over the home Tigers. Star Valley jumps into a full court press. The defense has led the turnaround for this season for Star Valley. This time it forces a turnover. Rock Springs, a bad pass, not able to handle it, is Kate Kilpack out of bounds. Lady Brave basketball.
Again, I don't mean to overgeneralize or oversimplify the game plan, but that right there is probably going to be the biggest key of the game. How can Rock Springs handle the Star Valley backcourt pressure?
Dana left wing as Star Valley's on offense now with a 2-0 lead in the opening round of the 4A West. Mackey steps back, goes to Johnson, right side wing, holding it, faking a couple inside passes, and now around the arc again. Nelson left, up top Mackey, inside Hill, deflected but picked up by Johnson, double team baseline, kick out, Mackey, right wing 3, off the rim, rebound of Dana, dribble, shot, foul. No good, but back to the Riverside Dental free throw line goes Emily Dana for 2 more attempts.
I'm not sure what it is about the Dana clan, but they have all just been really good rebounders. You go back to Morgan, now you got Emily, and it's amazing. It's just they're all good at it. And I think all 3 of them led the team in rebounding. That free throw is good.
Hung on the rim and then fell forward, makes it 3-0. All points coming from Dana at the Riverside Dental free throw line. Make it 4, hit them both. She's 4 for 4, and it's a 4-0 lead for Star Valley. Lady Braves stay in the full court press. Rock Springs runs the baseline before inbounding to Harmon. She'll come up the side with a pass to Kilpack across the timeline. Star Valley pressuring the basketball all across the outside. AC drives, jumper baseline, no good. Rebounded by Dana. Emily another board. She'll take the dribble herself across the timeline. Feed left, Johnson baseline, no shot, into the lane. In traffic, ball loose on the court, squeaks out of bounds. And it will be off of Rock Springs, no, off of Star Valley Tiger basketball.
It actually was starting to feel like a wrestling match down there, and there's the line. It's like they still got a foot in. Do you get the three-point takedown or not?
Star Valley stays in the full court press. Tigers inbound, double team, dribble away from it, up the sideline and across the half court. Quickly down low, and the ball stolen by Hill on the angle drive. Looked like Kilpack just kind of, actually it was Harmon lost control of the ball. And Johnson said, I'll take it. Nelson below the free throw line. Kick out, extra pass. Dana left wing 3. Off the corner rim, no good. AC on the rebound for the Tigers. No field goals in the game through 2 minutes, 15 seconds. It's been all free throws from Dana. Star Valley leading at 4-0. And Dana has it still in the front court. Loose ball in the back court. She'll pick it up. Looks like she's going to go angle. AC, no, bounce to Johnson. She's double teamed. Actually, Ruby Hill double teamed and dribbles and turns it right back over to the Tigers.
And they're letting them roll here a little bit. Definitely some contact and a push, but 2 team fouls on Rock Springs, none on Star Valley. Let that one go a little bit and result in a turnover against Star Valley.
5:31 to play in the opening period. Inbound play in the backcourt. Star Valley stays with it on the press. Nelson on the right side hip of Harmon across the timeline. Screen set there, bounce to AC left wing. Clock rolls down to 5:22 to play in the opening period. Star Valley with a 4-0 lead in the opening round of the 4A West. Crossover move by AC, drives angle. Down to the rim, shot is up, no, but a blocking call goes against Star Valley. Looks like Ruby Hill may pick that one up and put AC to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
And obviously easy for me to say, but in that situation, you've either got to take a charge or you got to get out of the way. At least in this case, you're going to make Emma AC earn these shots at the free throw line. She'll get 2 of them here, and the first one is good.
Texting and driving, there really is no and. Whiteout reminds you, if you're texting, you're not driving. It's either texting or driving. AC puts Rock Springs to a 1-point deficit, 4-3.
AC is a 66% free throw shooter, according to those stats from wildpreps.com. They've stopped play here, Duke. I'm not sure what the delay is.
There is an official at the score table having a discussion.
Got blood. Got blood on Julia Harmon. They're going to make her address that, so I don't know if they're going to give her a second or if she's going to have to sub out. She will sub out.
I don't know if that's what the scoreboard table discussion was about, though. Whatever it was, they
into the game is number 10, Aspen Soltis.
Chance for AC to tie things up. Free throws away, good. It's all knotted at 4 now. 5:13 to go in the opening period. Johnson deep on the right wing. Worked the ball up to Nelson. Double teamed up top to Dana. Dangerous pass to Mackey. She collects it though. Drives angle. No good. Dana jumped a little early. Ball ricochets out of bounds. And it is Rock Springs basketball. Lady Braves still looking for that first field goal of the game. So that's what the scoreboard conversation was. I wondered where the 2 points for the Tigers came from.
Okay, you're right.
So it was 4-0, and they put up 2. So it's now 4-2.
Not to bring this up, but we had a scoreboard issue the last time we were here in the boys' game, and it stayed on there for the rest of the contest. So gotta keep it accurate.
5:12 to play in the first period. It is Rock Springs basketball, inbounding half on the sideline in the three-quarter court. Able to find Urban. Up in front to Soltis and across the half-court line to run the offense. Johnson's on her defensively. Has to bounce deep on the right wing to Kilpack. Tests the angle. Mackey's with her. Shuts her down. Goes down and passes outside to Soltis. Up to AC. Free throw line. Kick out. Open 3. Shots away. Off the mark. No, it almost banked in. It did bank in. High off the backboard. And a timeout taken by Mike Swenson of the Tigers. They take the lead on a banked-in 3. 5-4 back in 30 SVI.
There's still time to get out and enjoy what winter has to offer in beautiful alpine Wyoming. Snowmobile in the backcountry with your own sled, or rent one from a local retailer. You could also enjoy the scenery on snowshoes or go cross-country skiing on our groomed trails. Maybe get out on the ice for some excellent fishing. And of course, stay a while with exceptional lodging and dining options. Enjoy the winter while you still can and book your stay in alpine Wyoming.
This is Star Valley Braves basketball on the SVI Sports Network.
Coming out of the Tiger timeout, taken by Coach Mike Swenson. It's 5-4, a 5-0 run for the Tigers, including that banked-in three just before the break.
It's first field goal of the game.
It is for either team. Star Valley basketball trying to retake the lead on the road. Johnson angle, shut down, back up top is Mackey. Looks behind her to Nelson to run the offense. Playing pitch and catch around the perimeter. Left side is Dana. Up top around to Mackey and now right to Nelson. Star Valley working the perimeter. Johnson on the right.
They are well beyond the three-point line, trying to draw that Tiger defense out a little bit from that 2-3 zone.
Rock Springs rotating around. They do get Hill on the post. Kick out. Dana, three left wing. On, it's in. The answer from Emily. And a Wyoming Army National Guard triple to retake the lead.
Emily has been hitting those quite a bit in the last 3 or 4 games on the season, shooting 29%.
7-5. Star Valley on top. Tigers break the press and set up the half-court offense. AC deep left side. Dana's on her. Dribbles on her foot. Lost the ball. Mackey picks it up for the steal.
That's a really smart play from Mackey. She got the steal, but she had a knee down. She didn't raise. Otherwise, that would have been traveling.
She has it now deep on the right side wing. Nelson at the half-court circle. One dribble pass left side. Johnson. Battle underneath. Mackey shoot in the lane off the mark right side. Rebounded by Plamel. Rock Spring Tiger basketball. AC, right side wing. Dana has her up defensively. Kick up top to the key. Urban down the barrel. Good! It's been all threes recently, and the Tigers retake the lead 8-7.
Well, Urban came into the weekend making 12 three-pointers on the season. She's got 2 in this quarter.
Johnson, top of the key, now right side Mackey. Clock down to 2:58 to go in the opening period. Close one between the 1 and 4 seeds in this game. Ball tipped and stolen by Rock Springs. Kilpack comes up with the loose ball. She'll take it across the timeline. Look for a screen, but bounce it. Finds Urban deep on the left. Now Plamel, left side key, flick shot, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Star Valley basketball at the half-court line. Bounce to Nelson, has the angle, pulls up. Now goes Dana, right corner, three's away. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by AC Tiger basketball. It's 8-7, Rock Springs on top, 2:25 to go in the opening period. Kilpack. Now to the far sideline and up top to Soltis. Work around the arc. Here's Kilpack, right wing, has a screen at the free throw line. Little pick and roll, but not a good pass, and it's taken away by Star Valley.
Second time Cameron Mackey's done that.
Johnson wants to drive. There's a block call on the floor before the drive. She took it to the rim and scored, but they call that one ahead of the shot.
I like that mindset, though, from Cameron Johnson. Let's hopefully she keeps that mindset. The foul went against Kate Kilpack, her first. Third team foul on Rock Springs. 2:03 to go here in the first. One team foul on the Lady Braves.
A couple subs for Star Valley, including Tori White and Morgan McGee.
Tori had a great game last Friday on senior night at 10 points.
The 10 for Tori game. Johnson looking inbound, running out of time, does lob up top to McGee, and the sophomore will pass to Nelson and set the offense on the outside. Johnson in the corner, works to Dana, and up top is Nelson. Star Valley being very patient in this game around the perimeter. Trying to thread the needle to Dana, but AC in her wingspan takes the ball away for the steal. Nobody stepped in front of her for the transition three. No good. Rebounded by Dana. Now it's on the court. Rock Springs will come up with it. AC right block. Jumper is in from the bottom of the post. It's a 10-7 lead for the home Tigers.
That one's set up by the offensive rebound, digging it up out there.
Rock Springs has Star Valley on the rope so far, so a lot to go with 1:20 to play in the opening period.
One thing the Lady Braves have struggled to get touches in the paint so far in this quarter.
Johnson, deep up top, left side McGee. One dribble, picks it up. Goes to Nelson, left key, dribbles to the free throw line, kicks it out. Dana, three, away right wing, off the rim, no good. Deep rebound, tracked down by McGee in the corner. Defense is on her. She'll flick it up top to Nelson. She'll run the offense from there, has a screen at the free throw line. Picked up on the elbow, pivots, needs some help, splits to D to Johnson, runs the lane, Acey's there, stripped the ball, but picked up by Dana. Double team to the right key, kick out by Johnson. She wants to drive, can't. Nelson fakes the shot, goes left post, and there's going to be a foul on the Tigers.
This is why I think it's important for the offense's confidence. You got to keep driving into the paint, getting that contact. Now that's the 14th foul on Rock Springs. That will go against number 10, Soltis. But you got 43 seconds. If you do it again, you get yourself to the free throw line.
Cambry Johnson on the baseline. Bounces left key to Dana. She's triple team. Kick out. Johnson threes away. Too strong, no good. Backside rebound by Nelson. She's under the rim, and she gets wrapped up and fouled. And we'll go to the free throw line, as you said, on the 5th Rock Spring Tiger foul with 35.5 to go in the opening period.
And these are being set up. Both of these teams have benefited from offensive rebounds. That last bucket for the Tigers, King Curtis, even offensive board. This time the offensive rebound from Nelson nets 2 free throws.
From the Riverside Dental free throw line, off the mark right side, and no good.
That foul went against Isabella Bear. So the Tigers do have 5 team fouls, but no one with more than 1 so far.
Avery England subs into the game for Star Valley as the second free throw is rattled, no good, and AC has it. She goes out in front to Harmon. Fast break to the rim, short, no. Cleanup rebound is in and good. It's 12-7 Tigers, 23 seconds to go. Lady Braves struggling to put points on the board in this game so far. They've been held to 1 field goal. That was a 3-pointer. Then they have 4 shots from the line that have been good, and maybe some more, as there's a perimeter blocking call called against Bear, and going to put Ambry Nelson to the Riverside Dental free throw line, 11.4 remaining.
Be number 2 on Bear. We'll say this, the Lady Braves, if you're going to shoot that many threes, you got to knock down a couple. Right now, just 1 of 6, and then you got to make these free throws. They missed those last 2. We'll see if she can atone and hit those. This one's good.
Ruby Hill subs back into the game for Dana for the final 11.4 in the first period. 1 more to go for Ambry Nelson from the Riverside Dental free throw line. A 4-point game, 12-8 right now. Tigers on top, free throws away, good. 1 possession game late in the period. 11.4 seconds remaining. Star Valley by 3, down by 3. Full court press on the inbound to AC. Clock begins to roll at 8. Now 7 as AC is across the timeline. Ball poked by England. AC collects it, puts up a jumper and draws the contact. That's a snazzy veteran move by Emma AC. She still had some time, but knew she had a chance to get to the line on the shot.
Well, and Avery England being aggressive and zealous a little bit, and reaches right there. You just soon let her take that shot. Instead, AC goes to the line, knocks down her 3rd free throw of the quarter. She's got 5 points and 4 rebounds. Nice start for Emma AC.
Johnson back into the game for the last 4.3. AC extends the lead back to 4. A free throw was good. Here's the second attempt. Good. 14-9. Star Valley has the ball in the backcourt. Clock rolling at 4. 3. Here's a lob down low, and it's tipped around and out of bounds. I think that maybe they didn't realize they still had a couple of seconds. And at the end of the 1, it's 14-9 Tigers over the Lady Braves on the SVI Sports Network.
For 18 years, Miles CPA has been your trusted partner in Star Valley, blending experience and expertise to support our community's financial needs. With a combined 75 years of experience, our dedicated team includes 3 skilled CPAs, along with 3 specialized bookkeepers. We're thrilled to welcome Amanda Wilford, our newest CPA, to the Miles CPA family. Together, we offer unmatched services in bookkeeping, payroll, business consulting, and tax preparation. Your financial success is our priority. Miles CPA, always a strong supporter of Star Valley Braves sports and activities. Go Braves!
Meet your 2025 Star Valley Braves and Lady Braves. Scan the code for a complete roster with pictures and player information. Presented by the University of Wyoming and Star Valley Health. It's your 2025 Star Valley Braves.
You're watching live coverage of Braves basketball on the SVI Sports Network.
Coming out of the break between the periods, it started the second, and it's been Tigers with the advantage so far. They lead by 5.
And a chance to add to that lead here.
They go to AC down the court on the inbound right block shot. No good. Loose ball on the court and a jump ball call. It is going to be Star Valley on the arrow with Rock Springs just barely inbounding, but what an inbound play drawn up by Coach Swenson to try and hit AC down the right
Well,
post.
she had a pretty good look there. She's athletic enough to kind of do that little floater off the glass. Just couldn't get that one to go, but yeah, well drawn up.
Johnson has it. Top of the key for Star Valley. Right side, Hatterley, who subs in during the break. One dribble pass to Johnson. Ball moving around the arc. Hatterley drives, kicks to England. Corner threes away, off the rim and no good. Rebounded by the Tigers with the box out from Julia Harmon. Then stolen at half court by England. And then England will go back court. Unintentionally stole it in the front court and then steps across the timeline. So that'll be a quick steal and then a turnover.
Still, this right here, I talked about how this game's going to be in big part decided how Rock Springs handles the Star Valley defense. Well, in that first quarter, they did a great job handling it. Lady Braves need to try and get more deflections.
AC left post, gets in the lane, turnaround jumper, couldn't roll over the front rim, no good. Rebounded by Morgan McGee. Star Valley basketball trailing 14-9 in the opening round of the 4A West tournament. Got to win 2 games to go to state. You lose 2, you're out. This is the first game of the 3-day weekend. Ball movement up to England, outside the circle at mid-floor, goes to Hill, back to England, top of the key, right side is Johnson. Makes a move, drives, lost the ball, poked away and taken by the Tigers. Rock Springs has AC on the fast break, pass too far out in front of her and can't save it before going out of bounds. Back to Star Valley. Dana and Nelson sub back in for the Lady Braves.
And the ball movement's going to be key for the Star Valley offense, making adjustments here after that first quarter. I'd like to see him get more paint touches before they go out for threes. And for my money, Star Valley's shooting way too many threes. 7 attempts already.
They're having a hard time getting inside. AC in the defense doing very well underneath for the Tigers. England goes to Dana, has it in the corner, now goes back to England, pulls up the baseline jumper, short, no good. Fight for the rebound. Dana almost saves it, but out of bounds. It was actually Johnson who dove to try and save it. Goes back to the Tigers.
Good hustle there, and I like Avery coming in and making that a little shorter, but Lady Braves, they got to just keep attacking. That's key number 4.
They've been held to just 1 field goal on the game so far. Here's a steal from Johnson to England, back to Johnson, and it's good. Defense to offense, that's what makes the Lady Braves tick, and they're down by 3 once again. Ball tipped around on the inbound and a travel call. Star Valley got it to Nelson, but she was on the court and rolls over and travels, so they'll inbound again to the Tigers. Rock Springs basketball with 6:20 to play in the second period. Lady Braves stay in the full court press, inbound to Urban. She's up the side and poked out again, and at last touch by Rock Springs. And they say it's Star Valley basketball. England was there to force the issue.
Avery's come in and caused some issues. She poked the ball away a couple of times, and just by the circumstance, Lady Braves didn't get the possession, but she's causing some chaos.
England, a sophomore, along with Morgan McGee. Johnson has it poked away and stolen by the Tigers, and then taken away again by Dana. Bounces back to England. Angle drive, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebounded by Rock Springs. Tiger basketball, they try and go out in front to Urban. She's on the left side wing, crossover move, defense is there, can't get to the rim. Now feeds it to the left side key. Plamel spins, one-on-one, good defense, kick out. Lost the ball and has to go right side. Here's Zancanella, 3, no. Rebounded by Star Valley. England on the board on the baseline. Goes to Johnson with the outlet. Up and top to Dana. Left side wing. Can't get the shot in transition. Now Ruby Hill in the lane. Bump fouled on the floor for the first foul called against either team in this period. And it goes against the Tigers with 5:35 to go in the second.
Foul will be whistled against Ashlyn Plemel. That's her second. And first team foul on Rock Springs. 5:35 to go in the second quarter. And, Cambry Johnson coming out.
Mackey subs in. Inbound to Nelson, who has a nose plug. Works it over to England.
That's how you know it's regionals.
Right? Mackey back to England. Mackey top of the key, goes Nelson right side, high but collected, double teamed on the perimeter, and up top to England, ball poked but collected. Now left side is Dana. The defense swarming around the perimeter, double teaming the basketball. Nelson with it for Star Valley, tries to drive but can't. Shut down, back up top to England. Clock rolls down to 5:05 to go before halftime. Dana dribbles to the key, now back outside. Nelson It's been tough inside for the Lady Braves. They're still on the perimeter. Now the defense out there with them. Pass before the 5-second call. Mackey on the left side. Still holding it outside. Now Dana Wright. Up on top is England. Wants to drive. Kick out. Nelson wants to go to the rim. Shut down on the baseline. Has to stop. Double teamed. In trouble. Goes down. Is it a foul or a travel? It's a travel. And back to the Tigers with Rock Springs up by 3. Tori White will sub in for the Lady Braves.
And it has been tough. Rock Springs defense playing tough, but you just gotta be a little more decisive with your passes and try and create some space and then attack the rim when you have a seam.
4:42 to play before halftime. A tough one for the Lady Braves against the Tigers in Rock Springs. Rock Springs up by 3. Dribble down to the left side corner. Bounce pass up to Zan Canella. Now kick it over to the right side to Harmon. She's deep on the right side perimeter. Nelson's on her defensively. Pass to the elbow, Plamel. Now up top and around the arc again. Kilpack left side. 14-11 with 4:18 to go in the half. Drive, tied up, and we should have a jump ball call. We do. It is going to stay with Rock Springs. The arrow flips. Morgan 4:14 to go.
Morgan McGee comes in for the Lady Braves. Allison Condi in for the Tigers.
Harmon will inbound for Rock Springs on their own baseline. Looking left, goes up top, finds Zan Canella. Couple dribbles and a pass to Urban. To the left side corner, ball poke, loose, bodies go for it. 2 players are there, 1 from each team, and a jump ball call. It was Morgan McGee who was there for Star Valley to give the Lady Braves the ball.
Yeah, McGee and Dana Urban battling for that one. And, you know, from Rock Springs' standpoint, Duke, they had a struggle in the regular season, win-loss-wise, but that's why they've probably been super ready for this game. Coach Swenson's probably been telling them all you got to do is win twice in your home court and you go to state.
Looking good so far with the lead against Star Valley. Tough catch for White, double team on the baseline. Kicks it back up to Nelson, drive, kick out, 3, McGee off the mark, left wing, rebounded by AC. That wingspan of AC reaches out, grabs the board. She's in trouble on the baseline, double team, but outlets to Urban. Across the timeline, clock at 3:38 to go. 3 on the other end, Harmon no good. Rebounded by the Tigers, missed the putback, another offensive board, foul, and to the line off another miss. Allison Condi to the Riverside Dental free throw line, up by 3.
Couple of offensive rebounds there. And Condi to the free throw line. First one is good.
Coach Erickson going to his bench. Livy Kleeman is going to sub in for Star Valley.
Tigers 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Condi on the season, just 37% coming into the weekend. That first one looked good, though. This one too strong.
Rebounded by McGee. 3:30 to play in the second period. Now a 4-point Rock Springs Tiger lead. Left side, Nelson, open 3, takes the shot, too strong, no good. Deep rebound, though, by McGee. And the field goal's just not falling. A lot of them outside. McGee for 3. Off the rim, no good. Nelson rebound, left key. Kick back out again. Up top is McGee. Now left side, Nelson. Can't dribble, can't penetrate to the paint. Now she stopped on the outside. McGee tries to drive. She stopped. Can't get there. Nelson, she wants to drive. Kick out again. Dana for 3. Right side, good. A much-needed one, and that one finally falls. The Wyoming Army National Guard triple to make it a 1-point game.
Well, the Lady Braves were 1 for 10 before that one went down. And now the 2 of 11, 18%. As a team, they only shoot 21%, or actually 22%, so they're not too far off, but they've been a little more judicious with their threes coming into this game. They've shot 11 of them in this half, though. That's a lot.
Rock Springs will inbound backcourt to AC. A lot of that, I think, is being dictated by the Rock Springs defense because they're letting them take those shots rather than go down low, as there's a foul on England inside the key. This will be on the floor. 2:40 to play. That's just the 3rd foul called in the period, 2nd on Star Valley.
Foul called on Livy Kleeman, first personal.
2:40 to play in the first. Inbound to AC up top. Crosses over on Dana. Pulls up the jumper below the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Star Valley. McGee collects the board. Wants to go out in front to Nelson.
That's a 5th rebound for Morgan McGee off the bench.
Nelson being covered heavily on the corner. Dana left side. Dribbles away from some pressure, but again cannot get into the paint. McGee up top with the clock down to 2:18 to go. There's a lob into the key. Turnaround for Kleeman. Can't hit it. And it's a rebound for Rock Springs. Tigers want to run with it. Here comes AC. Euro, rim, bouncing, no good. Has her own rebound, missed the putback. Fight for the second rebound, and we're going to have a jump ball call. Arrow is going to favor Star Valley, and the Lady Braves will get it back with a chance to take the lead.
Lady Braves playing with fire right now. AC kind of struggling from the field, just 1 of 8 overall, but she's getting those rebounds. She's got 6 of them. Lady Braves, I think, are going to have to make some adjustment, do a little better job of keeping her out of the paint. Otherwise, like I said, she gets going. We saw that in the last meeting. She had a struggle for about 3 quarters and then had double digits in the 4th.
Officials looking to clarify something again. It's going to be Rock Springs basketball. So they're going to inbound on the baseline. Won't be Star Valley. AC, right side post, turnaround jumper, good, off the square. And it's a 3-point lead again, 17-14 Tigers. 1:56 to go in the second period. McGee to the right side. Works to England. Cross to Mackey on the baseline. Back to England. Wants to drive but can't. Goes to McGee. Jumper at the free throw line is a foul on the Tigers. Loose ball came down and hit Hatterley in the head as she was doing the double high five. 1:42 to play in the second, and to the Riverside Dental free throw line goes Morgan McGee, 2 shots.
They actually whistled this on Condi. I thought it was going to be foul number 2 on AC. It's not. It's number 1 on Condi. Free throw is too strong, no good. And the Lady Braves still trail by 3 here.
1:42 remaining in this second period. 17-14. Free throws away and good. Salvage the second one to make it a 2-point game again. Star Valley remains in the full court press. Rock Springs has done a pretty good job handling it for the most part today. They do again here. AC across the half court. Work it left. 3 from Harmon. Rattled around and no good. Rebounded by Morgan McGee. McGee at the half court. Crosses the timeline. Works it over to England up top. She goes to the right side wing. Clock down to 1:23 before halftime. McGee on the left. Looking, has the ball tipped but bounces to Kleeman. She wants to drive, ball poked away, loose on the court but saved by Star Valley. Clear to Hatterley, McGee for 3, left wing, no good. Rebounded by AC and the Tigers. It remains a Rock Springs lead by 2. AC up the left sideline, stops on the wing. Defense picks her up as we hit 60 seconds before halftime.
7 rebounds for AC. Lady Braves got to put a body on her.
Harmon has the screen. Defense rolls over the top of it, passed around the perimeter, Urban in the corner. Baseline poked out by McGee, stays with the Tigers with 48.8 to go before half. Nelson, Dana, and Johnson all sub back in for Star Valley.
Good minutes there, though, for Hatterley, McGee, and Mackey.
Still a 2-point Tiger lead, 17-15. Here's an inbound long 2, that's a swish. Just above the baseline to make it 19. Are they calling that a 3?
Yeah, the far side official put up the 3-point. I thought she was inside, but they got 3 different lines.
20-15 on the inbound 3-pointer, a 5-point Rock Springs lead. Star Valley has Dana up top. Clock down to 22 seconds. Johnson, double teamed in the lane to Nelson. Drives, layup, under the rim, no good. Got her own rebound, put back, good with the foul. And Ambry Nelson finally able to get something going in the lane to the line for the and 1. And makes it a 3-point game.
Set up by the offensive rebound. And you know, you look at this game, and it kind of feels like the Lady Braves have been struggling, but there's still just a 3-point game. Make it a 2-point game.
Free throw is good, and Tigers have it with 14 seconds to go before the end of the first period. Tigers lead at 20-18. 3 team fouls on the Tigers, 2 on the Star Valley. Full court press in the back. Ball's knocked loose on the court, out of bounds. We're going to get a signal? Oh, we're going to get a foul.
Going to be on Avery England. Second personal on Avery England. 3rd team foul on the Lady Braves. 7.8 seconds to go.
Inbounding in the 3-quarter court are the Tigers. Again, they go deep to AC on the inbound front court. 5 takes a deep 3, no good, out of bounds. He had some more time, but decides to take a deep 3 with 2.9 seconds remaining. Star Valley will now inbound. They'll have the full court in front of them. Looking. Johnson has it at the half court. 1 second, gets the shot away. Almost good, hitting the rim, but no. And we go to the Star Valley Health halftime show with Star Valley trailing by 2 in the opening round of the 4A West. 20 for the Tigers, 18 for the Lady Braves. Live coverage on the SVI Sports Network.
My name is Anna Altbell, and since I was young, Desi's Dance Studio has been like a second home to me. Dance has always been my favorite language, and Desi's gave me the space to embrace it 100%. Whether it was ballet, tap, lyrical, or ballroom, I knew there were always two things I could count on: supportive instructors and lifelong friends. The confidence and identity I have today are all thanks to my time at the studio.
For more information and to get started, visit Desi'sDance.com. The winter sledding season will be here before you know it. Make sure you're ready for the best winter yet by making your reservations at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton, Wyoming. The resort is located just minutes away from some of the best backcountry sledding in the Rocky Mountains, regardless of experience. And with plenty of trailer parking and a large complimentary breakfast, there is no place better to stay while you enjoy the Wyoming winter. Book your stay today by visiting KodiakMountainResort.com.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Get ready for a real good time at Star Valley Station, your go-to spot for big screen thrills, strikes, and slices. Step into our movie theater and immerse yourself in the magic of cinema. But that's not all. Unleash your inner bowler at our fantastic bowling alley. Then treat yourself to mouth-watering pizza that will have your taste buds cheering. It's entertainment galore at Star Valley Station. Come on over and let the fun begin.
Halftime coverage of today's game is presented by Star Valley Health, supporting individuals, families, and our community in achieving their best health. Visit starvalleyhealth.org.
Star Valley Health halftime show from Rock Springs, and it's 20-18 Tigers on top, and they're doing it with inside defense now, forcing Star Valley to take a lot of outside shots.
Well, and even go back to that last meeting in February, it was a 14-point Star Valley win, but it didn't feel that way. It was I felt like it was a hard-fought, close game that kind of just methodically got to 14 by the end of the game. So, yeah, you knew it was going to be a tough game coming in here in a night game on their home court, and it's exactly what you got.
Take a look at that score deep in the numbers with the Battleston Brothers Flooring halftime battle stats.
Well, Emma AC carrying the Tigers right now, 8 points, 7 rebounds, so well on her way to a big game. Also scoring, though, chipping in, Dana Urban with a pair of three-pointers. Those were huge for the Tigers in that first half. She has 6 points, 3 points for Aspen Soltis, 2 for Kate Kilpack, and 1 for Allison Condi. The Tigers with a slight rebounding advantage, 15-14. The Tigers going 5 of 6 from the free throw line and 3 of 8 from the three-point line. The Lady Braves got 10 first-half points from Emily Dana, 5 from Ambry Nelson. Nelson also with 4 rebounds, 6 rebounds for Morgan McGee. Rounding out the scoring, Camry Johnson had 2, and Morgan McGee had 1. 13 three-point attempts for the Lady Braves in that first half, hit 2 of them, just 15%. Obviously, you'd like to see that go up. Rebounding-wise, we talked about that. Lady Braves also got to the line a fair amount and did pretty well there, 8 of 11 from the free throw line in that first half, and we've got a tight one here at the break. Those are your halftime battle stats.
Brought to you by Battleston Brothers Flooring, Carpet One Floor at Home, located a block south of the Arch in Afton, where you'll find quality, price, and service. That is Battleston Brothers Flooring, with Star Valley trailing at the half, 20-18. Now let's see if we can give away some Swirl, a gift certificate from Star of 89 on the line with our halftime trivia.
And the question is, this should be an easy one if you paid attention to the pregame. Star Valley and Rock Springs girls have played each other 18 times previously on this court. Who has the advantage? Use our text-in number 307-203-4637. The first correct answer wins that gift certificate from Star of 89.
203-4637. Star Valley Health halftime coverage in the opening round of the 4A West Region Tournament. Lady Braves trail the Tigers 20-18 on the SVI Sports Network.
Have you heard how you can earn some extra cash from Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union? Bring us any new or refinanced auto, ATV, or RV loan, and we will give you 1% back in cash. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, OAC, member NCUA.
B&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years. With a qualified and trained staff, you can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on.
Tucked away in majestic western Wyoming is Lincoln County School District Number 2. Our team provides excellent public education across 5 elementary schools, 1 middle school, and 3 high schools where our staff receive the support they need to educate effectively. Right now, LCSD2 has several employment opportunities for the upcoming school year and other anticipated teacher openings coming available in the next few weeks. Be part of a caring team with LCSD2. Visit lcsd2.org today to apply.
Feeling overwhelmed by managing your finances? Simplify your life with First Bank of Wyoming. We offer a full range of banking services, all under one roof. From checking and savings accounts to loans, mortgages, and rewards credit cards, we've got you covered. Plus, our convenient online banking and top-notch mobile app put you in control of your finances anytime, anywhere. First Bank of Wyoming, the only stop you need for all your banking needs.
This is the Star Valley Health Halftime Show on the SVI Sports Network. Here's your voices of the Star Valley Braves, Duke Dance and Dal Erickson.
Halftime coverage is presented by Star Valley Health. Find them online at starvalleyhealth.org. Your care is their top priority at starvalleyhealth.org. Tight game through the first 2 periods of play. Star Valley trailing Rock Springs 20-18. Let's see how the Lady Braves have done so far with those assist to sell keys to the game.
Well, key number 1, I actually think the Lady Braves got outplayed in the start by Rock Springs, and they've gathered that little bit of a lead, and they've held it here in the first break. A chance to get off to another good start here in the third quarter. So that key still applies. Key number 2, establish the tone. I was talking more defensively. I think the Lady Braves need to cause a little more chaos in the backcourt, and that leads to key number 3, leaning on that defense. Biggest issue, though, Duke, is key number 4. You just got to keep attacking on offense and on defense. You got a lot of time left in this game. It's been tight. It may go down to the last minute. You never know. So still plenty of work to do, but we got ourselves a good game here tonight.
That we do. It's the assist to sell keys to the game. Local agents Ashley Cranny and Mandy Jack have the keys to your next home. Visit assisttosellstarvalley.com. That is assisttosellstarvalley.com. Millie Kazare's courtside. She had the chance to catch up with Coach Kate Erickson, getting his thoughts on the first half. Here's Millie with the Miles CPA courtside report.
That first half was ugly, was the first thing Coach told me. He said we need to board up a lot better than we have. We're not crashing boards like we did before. We're shooting too many threes, and they're not going down, so we need to go inside. When we do go inside, we're not finishing. He's pretty intense right now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Millie Kazare with the Miles CPA courtside report. I can imagine he's a little intense right now, fired up after winning the number 1 seed and trailing at the half against the home Tigers in the opening round by a score of 20-18. Now let's see if we have a winner of your halftime trivia question.
And our question was Star Valley and Rock Springs girls have played each other 18 times previously on this court, and who has the advantage? Like I said, if you watch the pregame, this is an easy one. The answer is it's tied 9-9, courtesy of Star Valley's last win in February, but we do have a winner.
We do. In fact, we did have a couple correct guesses. The first correct answer, phone number ends in 0594. 0594, congratulations. You won the gift certificate to Star of 89. You can pick it up from us anytime next week at SVI Media. Phone number ending in 0594. Star Valley basketball to open up the second half of play.
And if you're the Lady Braves, some of the good things from that first half were the free throws, I thought. I think the Lady Braves have got to do a little better job bodying up AC on the board. She had 7 in that first half. you can't allow her to have 15 rebounds in this game.
Ball moving around the arc for Star Valley is they'll be out with their original starting five. Nelson, Mackey, Johnson, Dana, and Hill on the court for the Lady Braves in white. Technically the home team with the higher seed as AC pokes the ball out. Stays with Star Valley in the front court. The home team on the road.
Yeah, that's the beauty of regionals. Get to wear those black jerseys tonight.
Chance for Star Valley to tie or take the lead. They trail by 2. They haven't led since Dana hit the first 4 free throws of the game and was 4-0. Since then, it's been close, but the Tigers have had it. Right key, Hill, double team, dribbled away from it, no, but a foul. Really good pivot work on the right post for Ruby, and she is rewarded with a trip to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Well, one thing, this team's really unselfish, and so sometimes they make a pass even if they don't need to. That's a good job of Ruby recognizing she's got a good short shot, going up with it, getting to the line, that one in and out.
Roll the inside cylinder and popped up, no good.
So Duke, that was foul number 3 on Aspen Soltis. Not sure what kind of effect that's going to have on the Tigers, but FYI.
She just subbed out of the game as the second free throw. Strong, no good. Missed them both. Fight for the rebound in the corner. AC has it. Double teamed and in trouble by Star Valley. Is able to find an outlet, and the Tigers had the ball across the half-court line. They'll set up their offense now on their side. Bad pass is on the court. Bodies go down to get it. We'll have a jump ball call. Arrow is going to favor the Tigers, and they'll keep it on their end with 7:10 to go in the third. Tigers are going to inbound on the baseline. Lob to AC on the post. One-on-one against Dana. Spin, shot, bouncing, no good. Rebounded by Johnson, and she dribbles on the line, but a foul first against Rock Springs. Goes against the Tigers with 7:04 to play in the third.
That's good defense from Dana, making it a more difficult shot for AC, but not fouling. That's going to be key in this second half. That foul went against Ashlyn Plemmel, her second.
Star Valley basketball still trailing by just 2. Here's Johnson, makes a move, drives Dana. Now Nelson goes baseline, tries to Euro, flicks it up, no, but a blocking call against the Tigers. And the Lady Braves now is trying to get something going underneath, and it's led to a few fouls down. Let's see if that opens up the perimeter some.
Well, and Plemmel just picked up another one. So she's got 3, Soltis has 3. So a couple of Tigers in some early third quarter foul trouble. Free throw is good for Nelson.
1-point game, 20-19.
Nelson 4 of 6 from the line tonight. She's got 4 rebounds. Condi comes in for the Tigers.
From the Riverside Dental free throw line. Nelson fires halfway down, but no good.
Rebound number 9 for AC.
Remains a 1-point Tiger lead with AC throwing across the timeline over to the right. Zancanella has it. Works against Johnson. Johnson shuts down the drive, feeds to the post, spin, shot up, no good. Great defense from Ruby Hill, and she'll collect the rebound. Johnson, the outlet across half court to Nelson, who gets tied up, lost the ball, collected it before it goes out of bounds. Finds Hill in the corner. She's covered heavily on the baseline and flicks up top to Nelson. Star Valley looking to reset the half court offense. Swinging around the outside perimeter. Clock rolls down to 6:13 to go in the third period in a low-scoring tight ball game. Johnson tries to go to Hill, and it's too far out in front of her and out of bounds. Hill touches it.
A little too much mustard on that one. Some backcourt pressure here from the Lady Braves against Rock Springs.
6:07 to play in the third period. 3 fouls on the Tigers early in this period, none on Star Valley. Tiger basketball, they inbound to the baseline to Kilpack. Mackey's on her defensively in the backcourt. Kilpack across the timeline left. Mackey stays with her. She picks up the dribble, pokes the ball loose, but Kilpack collects it. And then Johnson, who was laying down on the court after slipping, reached up to try and get the ball and gets caught with her hand in the jar.
It doesn't matter what you do. If you reach and grab a player on the ground, you are not going to get the benefit of the doubt on that one. First personal on Cambry Johnson, first team foul.
5:56 remaining in the third period. Still a 1-point Tiger lead. Inbound to the front court, Urban for Rock Springs at mid-floor. Works it left side to AC, deep on the left wing. Dana over top of screen. AC crosses over, but has to get rid of the basketball to Urban, now left side wing to Zancanella. Deep on the perimeter. Ball almost stolen by Mackey. Then she pokes it loose and does have the steal. Outlets to Nelson. Ambry throws it to Dana. Open right wing. Three's away. Good! And the Lady Braves have the lead for the first time since the beginning of the game on a Wyoming Army National Guard triple.
And that was set up again by Cameron Mackey going to the floor to finish off a steal. That's the third time she's done that.
Nelson ties up the Rock Springs player on the other end and gives the ball back to Star Valley. Urban with the jump ball call. Lady Braves had the arrow.
Checking in for the Tigers now is Julia Harmon, number 15.
5:18 to go in the third. Star Valley with a 22-20 lead.
It was 4-2 the last time the Lady Braves led.
Johnson left wing, up top to Ruby Hill, right side to Mackey. Clock continues to tick at 5:07 to play in the third period. Winner advances to the semifinal round. Loser drops to the consolation bracket in a win or go home game tomorrow as Dana drives, angle, baseline, bounce past the Hill, no good, got her own rebound, tries to go back up, missed it again, another rebound, goes up and is fouled. Couple looks for Ruby, but she keeps battling and now goes to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
And that one's going to go against Kate Kilpack. I believe that's her second. 14 foul on the Tigers. 4:50 left in the quarter, so the Lady Braves the chance to get to the line. That one's good. That's good to see that one go down for Ruby. She missed her last couple.
Texting and driving, there really is no and. Whiteout reminds you, if you're texting, you're not driving. It's either texting or driving. A 3-point lead for Ruby. At the Riverside Dental free throw line. Too strong, no good. Rebounded by Dana. Onto the rim, puts it back up, no good. Fight for the rebound. We'll have a jump ball call. This time the arrow is going to favor Rock Springs, and they'll take the ball back with a 3-point lead.
Like to see Emily just get her base under her a little better in that situation. Easy for me to say. Second to last weekend, hopefully, of her senior career.
Dal, you always got your base underneath you. What are you talking about?
I know. It should be easy.
Here's a foul in the front court against Star Valley. That's the second Lady Braves foul with 4:39 to go in the third. 14 fouls on the Tigers.
So that was on Avery England.
Here's a bad inbound pass stolen by Nelson. One-on-one on the other end, to the rim, too strong, no, but a foul. Ambry goes for the steal and score, can't connect the layup. She went under the rim, tried to go left hand, couldn't get it to drop, but does draw the contact.
Julia Harmon whistled for that one. That's team foul number 5, so 4:39. This could be a big storyline in this game if the Lady Braves can capitalize on free throws for the remainder of this quarter. That one is good for Nelson. She's now 5 of 8 from the line. She's got another.
McGee and White sub into the game for Star Valley. Tied for their largest lead of the game at 4. Make it 5. Free throws good. 25-20. Lady Braves on a 7-0 run right now. After trailing almost the entire second half, they've come out in the third period to retake the lead.
That's her largest lead of the game.
AC across the timeline, able to find Urban deep on the left side with a pass to Zan Canella, and there's going to be a foul on Star Valley. It's actually Harmon who threw it inside. Kilpack draws the contact, a foul on the floor to give Star Valley their third of the game.
Amory Nelson reached through the body there, so she's going to pick up her second, third team foul.
4:27 remaining in the third. Inbound up top to AC. Pass to the right side to Urban, deep on the perimeter with Morgan on her defensively. Star Valley in the man-to-man defense. Has the ball poked loose, but picked up by Urban. She'll still have it, looks for an outlet, and a timeout taken by Coach Swenson in a tough situation for his offense. We'll take the full timeout as well. Back in 60, a 7-0 run for Star Valley, up by 5 on SVI Sports.
Whether it's staying in touch with family, entertaining the kids, or connecting with your favorite sports team, Silver Star helps unlock the moments you live for. Connect to what matters most without lag, buffering, or dropped connections. Visit silverstar.com and discover frustration-free Wi-Fi from Silver Star today.
Are you ready to join a legacy of service and adventure? The Wyoming National Guard invites you to be a part of something bigger. With us, you can serve your state and nation, all while pursuing your dreams. In the Wyoming National Guard, we ride for the brand, then fly for the brand. Embrace the opportunity, make a part-time commitment, and become a guardian of Wyoming's future. Join us today and be a part of a tradition like no other. Your journey begins here.
Let's go back to the gym for live coverage of Braves basketball with Duke and Dowell on the SVI Sports Network.
Back after the timeout, a quick foul on the inbound play against Star Valley. It's Rock Springs basketball.
Really no need to do that either. Harmon was tight-roping that line and kind of bailed her out there. That foul went against Cambry Johnson, her second. 14 foul.
14 foul, as you mentioned, so both teams will be on the bonus. Dana has the steal on AC. Dana, 1-on-3 to the rim. Defense flies by and she scores. What a move by Dana. She led 3 defenders on him. She just stopped and they all went by her.
That's called the Maverick. You go back to the first Top Gun movie, hit the brakes, they'll fly right on by.
9-0 run for Star Valley to take a 7-point lead. 27-20 on the road in Rock Springs. Trying to advance to the semifinals of the 4A West and be 1 win away from the state tournament. Here's a 3-ball for the Tigers. Good. What a shot for Dana Urban, catching fire on the right wing. And that ends the run and makes it a 4-point game.
So Dana Urban, as I mentioned, 12 3-pointers coming into the weekend. She's got 3 in this game. She's 3 for 3.
3:26 remaining in the third period.
And she backpedaled on that one like Steph Curry, man. She's feeling good.
27-23 Star Valley. Nelson top of the key for the Lady Braves. Works to Dana. Corner McGee. No shot. Up top to Johnson. She'll look right, dribble that way, goes down the post, spins, goes to Nelson. Rock Springs Tiger player hits the deck, and Star Valley can't take advantage of the mismatch. Now here's Dana. She drives, lost the ball, got tied up and ripped away by the Tigers. Kilpack with the steal.
It's a nice job by Kilpack. Took that ball right out of Dana's hands.
Oh, and then a backcourt foul on Ambry Nelson. Stops the clock at 2:53 and will be the 5th team foul, so bonus shots coming here now for the Tigers.
And the third personal on Ambry. You don't want to pick up that fourth until you get in the fourth quarter, preferably about halfway through or not at all. But
with 2 minutes, 53 seconds remaining in the third period.
So Dana Urban, she's taken 3 shots in this game. They've all been 3-pointers. They're all good. And that free throw, maybe she's too close. Maybe she's too close to the rim.
Too close and not enough pressure in her face either, right? She'll get one more.
On the season, Urban just a 50% shooter. She's only been to the free throw line 10 times this season. That one's good.
2:53 remains in the third. A 4-0 run now by Rock Springs to cut it to a 3-point game. Both teams in the bonus. Clock down to 2:45. Corner, McGee drives baseline, double team to shut down, back to Mackey. She'll pass up top to White. She wants to drive, dumps it in the lane to Johnson, all alone but missed the turnaround. And then a foul on Star Valley after Rock Springs got the rebound. Johnson was wide open in the lane, turned around and maybe surprised her how wide open. Missed the shot, and then Star Valley fouls with 2:32 to play in the third.
Foul's going to go against Morgan McGee, her first. But as you mentioned, Duke, both teams on the bonus. And heading to the free throw line, this is number 22, Isabella Bear, for the first time. First one's no good.
She'll get one more.
Free throw wise, Lady Braves 12 of 19. Rock Springs currently 6 of 9. That one's no good.
Missed them both, but a rebound for the Tigers, and then a jump ball call as Mackey went in there. It does go back to Star Valley's way, but they had to flip the arrow to get it off of a missed free throw.
Cameron's done a lot of those types of plays today. That one doesn't necessarily show up in the box score, but gives her team possession of the ball.
Close game. Star Valley still on top after retaking the lead here in this third period, 27-24. Johnson on the right side corner. Finds McGee on the right wing. She'll dribble up to White. Now left side Mackey. Clock down to 2:10 to go. Lady Braves by 3. Johnson free throw line. Back to the backboard. Pass to McGee in the right side corner. Double team. Dribbles away from it. Goes into the lane to Mackey. Jumper free throw line. Back rim no good. Got her own rebound. Puts it up. Rolls over the rim and in for 2. 29-24. Star Valley by 5.
Nice job. Way to stick with it, Cameron Mackey.
Tiger basketball in the backcourt. Crossover move by Harmon to get across the timeline. McGee's on her defensively in the front court. Lost the ball on the court. We'll have a jump ball situation. Johnson ties up the basketball against Isabella Bear.
Stay
and
with
it stays
the
with the Tigers. The arrow does flip the other way, though, with 1:45 to go in this third period.
AC into the ball game. She's going to set up on that low block. She's got that height and length advantage over Johnson. Camry's going to have to play smart.
Inbounding is Harmon. Ball poked away on the inbound and out of bounds. Last touch by Star Valley. Will stay with the Tigers on their baseline. Harmon to trigger this one in.
Good student section here for Rock Springs. The band is here. Home court, baby.
Yep. Here's Ann Canella. Now to AC, left key, triple team, kick out, Zancanella 3, rolls around the inside rim, no good. Rebound fought for, loose and tracked down by the Tigers. Back to AC, drive in the lane, flick shot, no, rebounded by Hill. Star Valley basketball on the miss. Remains a 5-point Star Valley lead. 1:20 to play, White, left side wing, has the ball poked away and stolen. Knocked loose, loose ball picked up by AC. Right side, Zancanella. White's on her defensively on the perimeter. Feeds into the corner. Ball poked away, but into the hands of Zancanella. Keeps possession. Rock Springs up top, and they almost throw it away, but it's tracked down by AC at the half court. Right side is Harmon. Work right to Zancanella. Deep on the wing. Bounce pass up top is Condi. Makes a move. Double team, kick out Harmon. Still no shot. Now in the lane. Turnaround jumper, no good, but a foul. They'll get Tori White on a little push on the shot with 46.4 seconds remaining in the third. And to the line go the Tigers, trailing Star Valley by 5.
First personal on Tori. To the free throw line is Zancanella for the first time. Shiley's first attempt is too strong. She'll get one more. Still looking for her first point of the game. Libby Kleeman going to check in for Tori White. She'll be on the low block along with Ruby Hill.
Up top is McGee and Johnson with Mackey in the front court. Here's the second free throw. Good. Then Canella gets it.
Tigers 7 of 12 from the line tonight.
Star Valley basketball with a 4-point lead now. Hill in the Johnson in the lane. Shot no good. Fight for the rebound. Bodies on the court. We'll have a jump ball call or a traveled up jump ball. It's going to be Star Valley possession. 36.9 seconds remaining.
See what Coach Erickson has drawn up here.
Johnson will inbound outside Mackey. Drives to the free throw line. Shot is blocked into the hands of AC. Rock Springs across the timeline. Left side, transition threes, and Canella bank on the wing. Huge shot, makes it a 1-point game. 20 seconds to go in the period.
What a swing right there. The block, the transition, and the three-pointer.
Clock at 13. Mackey has the ball, go through her hands and out of bounds. An unforced turnover, and the Tigers have a chance to retake the lead at the end of the third period. 12.1 seconds on the clock.
Well, Rock Springs shoots 21% from the three-point line, but tonight shooting nearly 46%. They're 5 of 11.
Inbound deep again to AC. Johnson's with her, drives the angle. AC hesitates to the rim. Shot no good. Clock at 6. Loose ball at 5. Down to the court and a jump at 3.8 seconds. Arrow favors the Tigers. They'll inbound on their baseline with 3.8 seconds remaining in the third. Tigers trailing Star Valley by 1. Julia Harmon will inbound. Goes to AC. Left key. Shot no. Great defense by Star Valley.
Libby Kleeman.
Kleeman on the low block and retains the 1-point lead as we head into the fourth period. Star Valley 29, Rock Springs 28, and the High Country Solutions fourth period next on the SVI Sports Network.
Assist to Sell, the Realty team knows that buying and selling in our current market is expensive. Their full service assistance will save you thousands on your next real estate transaction. Call Mandy Jack or Ashley Cranny today to find out how.
Avail Valley Construction is hiring and a great place for high school seniors to enter the workforce after graduation. Multiple positions are open with competitive pay right out of high school. To learn more about a rewarding career for those of any age, visit availvalley.com.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
It's Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network and Star Valley Braves basketball.
High Country Solutions fourth period. Star Valley basketball with the one team from the Southwest on the ropes against the 4 from the North in the Rock Springs Tigers. Lady Braves ahead 29-28. Ball tipped but collected by Star Valley. Able to find Dana. Went back court, but it was touched, and so no backcourt violation, despite what some of the crowd may say. It's going to be England pivoting around. Finds Kleeman. Ball poked away from her. Cleveland at the base, at the sideline. There's going to be a foul on AC. AC doesn't like the call. And it will be against her with 7:32 to play in the fourth.
AC kind of had some foul trouble in that first contest in February. That's just her second tonight, so she can afford to be a little aggressive, even though she didn't really care for that whistle. I don't blame her.
7:32 to play in the ball game. Star Valley was still with the ball and the 1-point advantage.
Not to say it wasn't a foul, I'm just saying I don't blame her.
Nelson on the outside for Star Valley. Lady Braves had it 27-20 at one point.
Wow.
AC with another steal. Out in front to Kilpack. Stopped under the rim. Bounces back outside to Harmon. Up top, AC 3 for the lead. No good. Fight for the rebound. Hatterley lets it go. Was it touched? It was, they say. It stays with the Tigers.
Wow, I'll bet if they could do that again, they would have, Harmon would just put that right up. She was right below the rim and passed it out.
Inbounding in the corner. AC, right key. Spins, hook, rolls the rim, no good. Rebounded by Hatterley for Star Valley. Lady Braves basketball with Nelson in the backcourt and hold on to the 1-point lead. 29-28. This is why records don't mean a dang thing in the postseason. 1-point game between Star Valley, who was 6-0 in quad play, Rock Springs, who was 0-6 in their quad. Undefeated against the defeated, and another steal for the Tigers. They go to the right side. A chance to retake the lead, trailing by 1 against the Lady Braves. Kilpack on the right side above the corner. Holding it, and a whistle, a 5-second closely guarded call. That's a turnover, and Star Valley gets the ball back.
That's like getting an extra life in an old video game. The one-up, cha-ching!
I think I see a little hair coming up the top of Coach Erickson's head down
that's
there.
always been my joke. Coaches gain one single hair after one that they've lost after they get a 5-second call.
Star Valley basketball now on the other end. 29-28 Lady Braves. 6:17 to go in the fourth. Both teams have been held scoreless in this period. Here's a three. Johnson too strong. Fight for the rebound. Loose ball out of bounds. Body slide out. It's going to be... I didn't see anyone point.
I didn't either, but it looks like they're going to give the ball to the Lady Braves, so he must have just said it verbally.
Well, we didn't hear him up here.
Nope, we didn't.
So it is Star Valley basketball. Johnson on the wing, up top to England. Still a 1-point Lady Brave advantage. Pivoting, feed to Dana. Drives, bounces to Hill, halfway down the post, has it ripped away by AC. Tigers on the steal, down the court. AC on the left wing, double team there. Has to stop, working against Dana. Kick up top to Kilpack. Still a 1-point Star Valley lead with 5:40 remaining to go in the game.
5 steals for AC in this game.
Harmon has the ball poked out of her hands. Actually, yeah, it was Harmon. It was Johnson who poked away, and a timeout taken by Coach Erickson and Star Valley. We're going to stay here for this timeout, Dow. It's 5:36 to go. I want to give a shout out to 2 special businesses in Star Valley. 2 nights ago, we were getting ready for this tournament and got an unexpected email from the NFHS network. And long story short, I guess, had a huge unexpected fee that we were not anticipating for this tournament that we've never had to pay in the past. And it was dumped on us right before it started. Reached out to a couple businesses, Silver Star Communications and the Bank of Star Valley, and they absolutely said, well, you guys are going to broadcast, and they're picking up the fee, to be honest. So the Bank of Star Valley and Silver Star, Dow, the reason you're able to sit at home or wherever you're at and watch this for free without an NFHS feed, it's because of Silver Star and the Bank of Star Valley.
Yeah, absolutely stepping to the forefront as they have for many, many years and helping us do this. It was not a fair situation, but to your credit, Duke, decided, you know what, we're not just going to leave people hanging, and to the credit of Silver Star and the Bank of Star Valley, making it possible for us to do this. So please go tell them thank you if you have any appreciation for watching all of these games this weekend.
Absolutely. So it is Rock Springs Tiger basketball out of the timeout, and a backcourt violation. Dana Urban, her foot slipped on the line and gives it to Star Valley. That's a tough one for Coach Swenson out of the inbound timeout.
Well, and that's really just a matter of a couple inches there.
5 minutes, 34 seconds in the High Country Solutions fourth period. Coming down to the wire in this one between Star Valley and Rock Springs. Both teams have been held scoreless so far in the period. 29-28. Nelson drives, scoop shot no good. Got her own rebound and is fouled. She hit the deck hard. Flops on her belly and pops right back up. Kept looking up at the rim the whole time to see if it went in. Did not, but she does go to the line.
Amory hesitated just a little bit on that first attempt. I would have liked to see him not do that, but man, she's tough. She does not give up. Gets another offensive board, gets herself back to the line. This will be free throw attempts number 10 and 11 for Nelson tonight. She hits that one. She's 7 of 10 from the charity stripe tonight so far.
Lead back to 2 after that one drops. 30-28, 5:19 to go in the High Country Solutions fourth period. Nelson from the charity stripe, good. 3-point game, 31-28. Tiger basketball, they throw it away. It goes through the legs of Kilpack, untouched out of bounds. Star Valley basketball.
10 points for Nelson, and you look at the Tigers coming out of a timeout, unforced turnover, and then another one here. Lady Braves with a chance to capitalize here in a tight game.
Soltis checks into the game for Rock Springs. Johnson will trigger it in from the baseline for the Braves. Up top to Ruby Hill on the perimeter. Hands off to Nelson. Works around a screen. Picks up the dribble on the right side wing. Now goes to England, who squares things up at the center court. 5:10 to go in the fourth period. Star Valley trying to make it a two-possession game here, up 31-28. Dana to Nelson. Wasn't ready for it, but was able to pull it in regardless. Dana double team. Nelson three, right wing away. Oh, it was halfway down, but no good. Johnson does track down the rebound on the baseline. She's pushed out of bounds. No, they say she steps out of bounds on her own, and it's going to be Rock Springs basketball.
She was kind of teetering. I guess a heel must have touched the line.
So it's still a one-possession game, 31-28. 2 fouls on the Tigers, none on the Braves. Full court press on the inbound play by Star Valley. Now it backs off. It's man-to-man. Kilpack working against England, still behind the timeline. Lost the ball out of bounds, poked out of bounds by England. And it stays with the Tigers inbounding at half court.
Avery's been tough. You know, she's a nice weapon to have. You say go in there and cause problems.
Inbound to AC. Defense behind her. Drove in and then poked away from behind by the problem causer, England.
Kind of feel like a nickname is starting to be formed.
4:39.
Parents are like, yeah, we already know.
Yeah. And there she is again. Tips it loose, but into the hands of Rock Springs. Here's an open jumper baseline. Rattled in by Soltis. Cuts it back down to a 1-point difference. 31-30. Star Valley on top. 4:27 to go.
Well, credit to Soltis recognizing, hey, I've got a short shot. I'm just going to drop it in.
Hilby, kick out. Johnson, three, rimmed out, no good. Followed it to try and get the rebound, but off her toe and out of bounds. Goes back to Rock Springs.
Lady Braves, 3 of 17 from the three-point line tonight. 17.5%. All 3 of the makes have come from Emily Dana. The rest of the team is over.
Inbounding is Soltis. Full court press. Able to inbound into the backcourt. Star Valley pressuring back there. Urban passes across the timeline. AC lost it, collected it. Tough shot.
Wow.
Banked it in for the lead. What a shot by AC on the angle.
Boy, that was a heck of a shot. She's now into double digits with 10.
32-31. Rock Springs back on top. 3:55 to go in the game. Hill in the lane, lost it, but picked up by Star Valley, and then bodies hit the deck. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's Tiger basketball. And Dana is like, I just got mowed over by 2 black jerseys. But she'll pop up and go to the defensive side.
I guess it was off the back of her head.
Inbound backcourt, Soltis. Dangerous pass, stolen by Johnson. She'll have it in the backcourt, outlets to England across the timeline. So Star Valley gets it right back. 3:40 to go in the game, down by 1. Nelson, mid-range, air ball, no good. Collected by Dana, bumped and shoved out of bounds this time. That'll be a foul against the Tigers, their 3rd called foul of the period. And it's a 1-point difference. Star Valley trailing 32-31.
Soltis picks up her 4th. If you're Coach Swinson, you're like, you didn't need to foul her. Another second, half a second, she was going to fall out of bounds.
Soltis out, Zancanella back in. Inbound to the perimeter to Johnson. Work around the outside. Screen set for Dana. 3 off the rim. No. Fight for the rebound. And AC with her height and wingspan gets it. Then goes up in front to Urban. One-on-one shot. Blocked by Star Valley. And out of bounds. Nelson, what a play with a block in transition. Falling out of bounds. And knocks it loose. Wow. Stays with the Tigers.
What a play from Ambry Nelson.
Look at this.
In your face, LeBron.
Inbound, AC left wing, good. AC on the low block left. The Tigers by 3.
She's warming up.
34-31. Hill left key, pivots to the rim, too strong. Ball tipped. Dana Good on the putback, a board and a bucket. And we're down to a 1-point game. Timeout taken by Coach Erickson, a 30-second timeout. 3:04 to go, 34 for the Tigers, 33 for the Braves on the SVI Sports Network.
Bill Nabe, I operate Teton Truss. We build roofing trusses, floor trusses, wall panels, and affordable homes. My relationship with Bank of Star Valley is very personable. I can call down to Thane, we're on a first name basis. I think Bank of Star Valley also uses character as well as credit score when it comes to making decisions. My dad once told me, going into business, you need a personal relationship with your banker, and I get just that.
Let's get back to the game with Duke and Dowell on the SVI Sports Network.
Lady Braves back on the floor, 34-33 with 3:04 to go in the game against the Rock Springs Tigers.
One thing, keep an eye on, Duke. 3 team fouls on the Tigers, none on the Lady Braves. So you have a chance to be really aggressive here without sending them to the line if you're Star Valley. And on conversely, a chance to get to the line perhaps in the bonus.
And Star Valley tries to go for the steal by Johnson on the inbound. Can't quite get there. AC in the backcourt. There's going to be a foul called, and that will be against Star Valley.
Third personal on Cambry Johnson. First team foul. 2:58 in regulation. I'm going to start using that word the way this game's gone.
34-33. Tigers by 1. Johnson pressuring in the backcourt against Soltis with her 4 fouls. Outlets to AC across the timeline. Clock continues to roll to 2:48 to go in a 1-point game in the opening round of the 4A West. Winner to the semis and 1 game away from a state tournament berth. Ball poked loose, collected by Hill. Star Valley with the steal. Ruby will collect it. Nelson uncontested across the timeline. Dana left, three's away, off the rim and no good. Looked like it might drop.
12 and 12 for Emma AC tonight, double time.
She got the rebound, and it's still Rock Springs basketball. Clock continues to roll to 2:16 to go in the game. Ball poked away by Nelson on the run. Nelson to the rim, shot up, no, but a foul. And Ambry Nelson to the Riverside Dental free throw line. She'll have 2 shots with her team down by 1.
And looks like Dana Urban will be whistled for that one. Her second and the 4th team foul. So that's a big part of this game. 2:10 to go. Ambry to the line where she has been there a lot tonight. She's now 9 of 12 after hitting that one.
Ties the game at 34 all. 2:10 remaining. 14 fouls on the Tigers, 1 on Star Valley. Nelson toes the line and hits it strong. No good. Rebounded by Rock Springs. They'll have it at the half court with Soltis in a tie game. 34-34, 2 minutes to go. Below the free throw line, ball loose, picked up by Star Valley. Nelson on another steal. Numbers for the Braves. Nelson crossover, can't get to the rim. She'll have to turn and be fouled, and that's the 15th foul on the Tigers. And in a tie game, you've just put Ambry Nelson back to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
I think Emily Dana's a little frustrated. She was wide open. That's actually not only the 15th foul, but that's the 5th personal foul on Aspen Soltis. So she's done for the game. But Ambry just couldn't see Emily. She's wide open on that backside. Instead, she'll go to the line where she's been there a bunch tonight. This one is good.
Couple bounces, that drops in. So lead back to Star Valley by 1. Soltis is out for the game. Kilpack subs in for her. 35-34 Star Valley. Nelson fires, scores. 2-point Lady Braves lead, and a timeout taken by Coach Erickson of Star Valley. A full timeout. Buck 53 remains on the SVI Sports Network.
Urgent message for anyone looking for new flooring. Battles & Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home in Afton is clearing out their 2024 inventory and has a massive selection to pick from, listed at 75 to 80% off. That's 75 to 80% off. Select tile, laminate, carpet, and more. This offer is valid for a limited time, so take advantage of 75 to 80% off your next flooring at Battles & Brothers, 1 block south of the Arch in Afton.
Price, quality, service, Battles & Brothers Flooring.
Western is a fantastic option when it comes to higher education. We're awarded consistent upper rankings year to year from entities such as University HQ, College Factual, and Intelligent.com. But don't just take their word for it. Listen to what our own students had to say about why they love Western.
The sense of community that this campus has.
Intramurals are always fun, in my opinion.
I like all of the instructors and the coursework.
The tuition is very affordable.
I have awesome teachers. They're personal and great.
There's always an adventure when you're here.
Your home for the Braves is here on the SVI Sports Network.
The host Tigers with a deficit now against the visiting Lady Braves. Star Valley the 1 seed, so technically in their home whites. But it's Rock Springs hosting the 4A West tournament, down by 2 with the basketball. They go half-court inbound play to AC. She jumps up to collect the ball, runs the half-court offense, passes into the right side corner to Urban. Dribbles up top, bounces to Zancanella. 3 for the lead, off the rim, no good. Tip rebound to Johnson. She's double-teamed and out to Nelson. Star Valley has it with a 2-point lead. 36-34, a minute 35 to go in the game.
That's a huge sequence. So the Tigers have hit some timely threes. They could have used that one.
Dana splits the double team defense, bounces down to Ruby Hill, back to Dana. Star Valley in no rush here with a 2-point advantage. They want to force Rock Springs to foul. Star Valley is in the bonus. Clock rolls to 1:17. Tigers not fouling. Now they do. AC will reach across Johnson and get the whistle to stop the clock at a minute 15. And it will put Johnson to the Riverside Dental free throw line to try and make this a 2-possession game down the stretch.
Third personal on Emma AC. Johnson to the line. Lady Braves have shot a lot of free throws tonight, but not Cambry Johnson. This is her first trip.
And a big one, to say the least. No good on the front end.
Yeah, you obviously love to hit them both to make it a 2-possession game, but it's amazing how quickly your mind changes. Now you're hoping to salvage one of 2.
She does. 3-point Lady Brave lead. Star Valley will press in the full court on the inbound. 37-34, a minute 15 remaining in the game, and a timeout taken by Coach Swenson of the Rock Springs Tigers. 32nd, we'll keep it here. It's a minute 15 to go. Now this has been nip and tuck the whole way. Largest lead has been 5 by Star Valley. Lady Braves trail pretty much the entire second half with the exception of the first minute or so. They came back and retook the lead in the third, and it's been back and forth since.
And the Tigers have they've hit some threes. They've gotten some contributions that maybe during the course of the whole season they haven't always gotten. Dana Urban with 10 points tonight. Emma AC with a double-double, 12 and 12. Aspen Soltitz had 5 before she fouled out. But the Lady Braves have been able to counter. They actually trailed Rock Springs in the rebounding numbers by 1 at the break. They now have a 6-rebound advantage. And then the free throw numbers, the Lady Braves 18 of 28. The Tigers 7 of 12. That's been a huge part of this game.
You mentioned it earlier. It's even more true now with just a minute 15 to go. Star Valley just has 1 foul. They can be really aggressive if they'd like to be here in the backcourt. Try and get the steal and then force Rock Springs to foul. Rock Springs inbounding in the backcourt. Full court press being put on. Johnson covering Kilpack. Kilpack is able to break the timeline. Works it up to the left side wing. Pass to AC. Tigers down by 3. Crossover down the post. Kick out into the corner. No shot there. Clock down to a minute to go. AC left key. Dribbles in the lane. Turnaround jumper bouncing. No good. Rebounded by Star Valley. Mackey on the board. A 3-point lead for the Braves. Mackey across the half court and fouled. And now Star Valley just needs to hit 1 free throw to make it a 2-possession game. They lead 37-34. 52.6 remains.
And Mackey going to the free throw line for the first time tonight on the season. 46%. And just based on those numbers, again, you'd like to hit at least 1 if you're the Lady Braves. First one's no good.
A miss keeps it a 1-possession game. A make here extends to 2.
Cameron 2 points, 2 rebounds, 3 steals tonight. This would be a big one.
No, too strong, but rebounded by Dana. And Dana's fouled. Pushed, a jump ball call. And Rock Springs has the arrow. Dana got the rebound, and Rock Springs ties it up. What a big sequence. So the Tigers still alive. 50 seconds remains. They go down the court. Out in front is Nelson. Lost the ball out of bounds. Travel call. Didn't lose it out of bounds, but traveled. Tigers want the foul. They don't get it. And Star Valley retakes the possession.
I don't know that she ever touched her. Definitely ran past.
Swenson calls another timeout for the Tigers. 45.6 remains. The full timeout back in 60 on SVI.
Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic have been serving the local community for over 25 years with residential, commercial, and construction services, along with porta potties and septic pumping. Please remember to always bag your garbage before placing it into your can. Even the smallest breeze can cause garbage to scatter everywhere as it is being dumped into our garbage trucks. For service and questions, visit StarValleyDisposal.com. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SVI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
This is the SVI Sports Network with live coverage of the Star Valley Braves.
Advantage Star Valley with a 3-point lead, and AC with a kickball call on the inbound play.
You've heard me say this a lot, Duke, but in these situations, it sounds simple, and it is if you can do it, but you got to not turn the ball over and make your free throws, and you're going to win the game.
Star Valley's missed some free throws down the stretch. They do get the inbound to Ruby Hill in the backcourt. Rock Springs not fouling yet. Now Johnson across the timeline. Clock down to 36 seconds. Still no foul. Dana on the baseline. Still no foul. She flicks it up top. Clock down to 32 seconds. Still just a one-possession game. Swenson electing to not foul. And now in the front court, there's the foul. Kilpack will draw the whistle and stop the clock with 26.9. And so again, free throws, this time Ambry Nelson, who has taken residence at the free throw line in this game today.
Yeah, in fact, Nelson has 4 more attempts than the Rock Springs Tigers tonight.
First attempt, rolling it in. It's a 2-possession game. 38-34, 26.9 remains.
Nelson, 12 of 17 from the line. She's got 14 points in the game.
Second attempt, bouncing but no good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Plamel on the board. Star Valley can foul. They only have 1 foul on the period. AC drives, kick into the corner, tipped, loose ball on the court. Bodies go to get it, and we're going to have a jump ball call. Arrow does favor Star Valley.
Another play from Cameron Mackey. Tell you what, if she wasn't playing basketball, Coach Waldron and the Lady Braves would like her. She has no problem jumping on the court or on the floor and mixing it up.
That was huge because Star Valley had the arrow, so they get the ball back, and Johnson has to call a timeout before a turnover on the 5-second violation.
That's kind of a tough spot. You're over there across the way. You got 2 lines, out of bounds lines. That's a good play from your senior, Cambry Johnson.
Timeout call, just a 30-second variety, so we'll stay here. 15.3 seconds remains. Still enough time for Rock Springs, but now down by 4. It's going to be tough, Dal. And you've got to foul, or if you don't get the steal immediately if you're the Tigers, and then you need Star Valley to miss some more free throws and get the ball down the court.
And if the Tigers do opt for a 3-point shot at some point in the next possession or two, Dana Urban's 3 for 3. Shiley Zancanel is 1 of 4. Aspen Soltis, she's fouled out, so that's not going to help you. Emma Acey on the season shoots 19%. She's 0 for 3, so she might be due. That's just kind of a look from distance anyway.
But first, you got to get the ball back. In Star Valley, they just want to hold it and get back to the line. Johnson will inbound. Of course, pressure from Rock Springs. Looking, bounce to Nelson. That's who you want fouled. She'll hold it, dribble away from pressure. Time is still ticking in the backcourt, and she is fouled finally, but not all the way down to 9.3 seconds. That took a long time to foul. And Nelson, I think they were maybe hoping to get the 10-second call. They don't. Nelson back to the line.
Well, if you go back to that last sequence, the Tigers used up about 15 to 20 seconds, and so that might end up biting them a little bit tonight. Nelson, 12 of 18 from the line, 67%. That one is no good.
Still a 2-possession lead, though, 38-34.
On the season, Nelson shoots 63%. She is right at that percentage now, 63.2.
This to make it a 5-point game. Good. That's a big one. Star Valley with 9 seconds to remain. AC across the half court, 6-5, shoots the 3, no good. Fight for the rebound. The putback is up, no good. Star Valley goes down to the court. Loose ball picked up and the time expires. The Lady Braves escape and hold on to knock off the Tigers in Rock Springs in the opening round. Your final, Star Valley 39, Rock Springs 34 survive and advance, and that's what the Lady Braves did. They had to come from behind. And Coach Erickson and Coach Kazare at the end of the handshake line look at each other with a sigh of relief as they advance to the semifinal round, and a nail-biter over the home Tigers. 39-34 is your final. Silver Star post-game coverage coming your way right now. Again, special thank you and shout out to Silver Star. They have offered graciously and without even giving a second thought to pick up the tab for us here, as the NFHS gave us a very significant broadcast expense to do the tournament this weekend, not just the Star Valley games, but all of them. Silver Star stepping up to the plate along with the Bank of Star Valley. Really appreciate them. Find them online at silverstar.com. That is silverstar.com. We'll have your post-game stats. We'll have your player of the game. And we'll also have Millie Kazare down on the court with Coach Cade Erickson and see if he can catch his breath enough to give us some comments here at the end of this one as Star Valley advances.
I also want to chime in and just give a big shout out to the Bank of Star Valley and Silver Star. We were kind of put into a difficult situation on short notice, despite a long history of trying to work with some, and have a good spirit of cooperation. And businesses talk about being community-minded, and for them to step in and do what they've done in the last 36 hours is pretty incredible. So we really do appreciate Silver Star and the Bank of Star Valley for making this tournament possible.
Silver Star can be found online at silverstar.com. We do have Millie Kazare with Coach Erickson. Let's send it down for the Miles CPA courtside report. Millie.
All right, Coach. So that was a really close game. So what are your thoughts on that win?
The biggest thing is we got to win, and we kept telling these girls all week that everybody going into tournament time is 0-0. We just came out really flat tonight, so hopefully we can come out a little bit different tomorrow, be a little more focused. And so there's a few things we got to tweak and talk about, but the biggest thing, we got to win in the end.
Yeah. So what are your biggest takeaways from tonight's game?
Biggest takeaways is we got to remember who we are. We got to make sure that we're boarding up well. We got to make sure that we're taking care of the ball. We also got to make sure that the trust what we've been doing all season long. Like I told you before, we had 3 girls with a lot of experience, and you could see that a little bit. And Rock Springs came to play, and so we got to be ready to come play tomorrow night against Green River.
Yes. And what are your thoughts on the team's overall performance?
Do you want me to grade it? We definitely could have done better, but the biggest is we had grit, and that was the last time I told them. The last time I took, I said, whoever has the most grit and is the toughest is going to win this game. They came down and got a few good stops. They got a couple of steals, was able to come to this other end and make free throws, and that was the other thing we talked about is we got to make free throws to win the game, and so that helped us there at the end for sure.
Yes, I agree. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Back to you guys.
Millie Kazare with the Miles CPA courtside report. Appreciate Coach Cade Erickson as Star Valley escapes with the win, 39-34. They advance to the semifinal round and just need one more win to go to state tournament in Casper next week. They will play tomorrow at 5 o'clock once again between either, it's going to be Green River, right? Yep, it will be Green River tomorrow.
Green River looked really good. They dispatched Riverton with no problems at all, put the running clock on them at the start of the fourth quarter. So the Lady Braves will have to play really well tomorrow against the Wolves. That last game was a classic.
Let's take a look at this score deep in the numbers with the Battleson Brothers post-game battle stats.
Well, first for the Tigers, a double-double for Emma Acey, 12 points, 12 rebounds. Dana Urban really chipped in tonight. She got into double digits as well, 10 points. She was 3 for 3 from distance. That was a big factor in this game. 5 points for Aspen Soltis. She did foul out late in the fourth quarter. Shiley Zancanella finished with 4. 2 points for Kate Kilpack and 1 for Allison Condi. The Tigers shoot 5 of 14 from the three-point line, 36%. The Lady Braves with the rebounding win tonight, 30-24. Steals, Star Valley had the advantage, 13-8. And free throw-wise, the Tigers 7 of 12. The Lady Braves got another ho-hum 17-point game from Emily Dana. She seems to make that pretty common. She finished with 17 points and 6 rebounds. Ambry Nelson was kind of the story of the game in the second half. 15 points, 13 of them coming from the free throw line, where she went 13 of 20 tonight from the charity stripe. Others scoring tonight, 3 points for Cambry Johnson, 2 points for Cameron Mackey, 1 apiece for Ruby Hill and Morgan McGee. The Lady Braves with 30 rebounds, though. McGee had 6, Dana had 6, Nelson had 5, and those free throw numbers 20 of 34 for the Lady Braves. That's pushing 59%. That kind of helped overcome a poor shooting night from distance where the Lady Braves went 3 of 19 for 16%. That's a look at your stats here on the post-game Battle Stats.
Brought to you by Battleston Brothers Flooring, Carpet One, Floor and Home, a block south of the Arch in Afton, where you'll find quality, price, and service. Now let's wrap it up with your player of the game, presented by Star Valley Skidoo.
Well, based just on the story, it kind of jumps off the stats. I think you got to go with Ambry Nelson tonight, especially since most of those came in the second half. She hit a bunch of free throws to give the Lady Braves that cushion they needed, especially late. She finished with 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 assists. I'm going with Ambry Nelson tonight for the player of the game.
Congrats, Ambry. Your player of the game with Star Valley Skidoo. Top quality products combined with excellent service standards. Visit StarValleySkidoo.com. Lady Braves with the win, wrapping up our Silver Star postgame coverage 39-34. So it's going to be Star Valley and Green River. It was a 2-point game last time they played. It should be a good one again tomorrow. Tip-off at 5 o'clock here from Rock Springs High School, while the Tigers drop into the consolation game against Riverton tomorrow morning. Thank you for joining us, Duke Dance, Dal Erickson, our producer David Kazare, Millie Kazare down on the court, Cleel keeping us on the airwaves back in Star Valley, and also a great camera crew here at Rock Springs High. Thank you for joining us on the